Kendrick is your dude. Jay Elect is your dude until he dropped this new one where he's saying it blatant, he's saying it blatantly. Now you got an issue? Stop playing with me. Even Jay Elect responded to him. Jay Elect responded to him and said, yo, stop playing with, like, he said, Rosenberg, you know who I am.
Oh, that's what he said?
Oh my God. Oh my God. Hey. Oh my God.
Fellas, how we doing today, man? No Label the Pod, episode 15. It's a special day today.
Yes, sir.
Shouts out to the old head of the group. Boy, Happy Gday to my guy, man.
March boys. How are you now? 30?
7, dog.
38.
Wait, Pisces? 27.
Yes, sir.
Pisces gang.
That explains a lot.
Stop.
But anyways, how's it feel, man?
I mean, I feel good, bro. Like, you know what I mean? In light of everything that's going on, it feel like a fresh start.
Mm-hmm.
Something ending, something new beginning. You know what I mean?
Facts.
It's a beautiful time.
Yeah. What you gonna do for the Gday, man?
Oh shit, man! I'm gonna just get saucy, chill with family. I might go out later tonight. Like I might have just like.
You gonna take that? You
with
gonna
the
take
Roni
that risk?
out there?
Right. You gonna take that risk?
With the Roni out there?
Hey, this might be the last time we be able to go. Be like, we ain't got too much cases in this motherfucker. This may be the last time. When your birthday?
September.
Nigga, you might want to go out tonight too. You don't know what the future holds.
He went out last night for like an hour and a half.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro, and then we're in the Uber, and then our Uber driver.
Yo.
We got there look at each other.
Immediately we look at each other. All conversations stop.
Ended. The rest of the ride.
The rest of the ride,
I have
bro.
my head in my jacket. I'm like, yo, this nigga did not.
Bro, and I wanted to laugh so bad because neither of us said bless you either.
No, we didn't say shit. We looked at each other. We was like,
Bro, Andy coughed a little bit too.
See, nah, it's different times right now.
Yeah.
It's not like a normal time.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, if it was normal, I'd have been like, bless you, bro. Like,
I immediately just fended for my safety, bro. I'm like, I gotta protect myself because he got that them germs in there. I don't know what he got.
Yeah.
It's a time where you gotta be like, yo, bless you, my G. I hope everything is alright with you, bro. Like,
I feel that.
Go take your ass to the hospital. Make sure you straight.
See, I wasn't trying to do all that. We trying to get to the club.
Heard you.
But nah, man, what boys been listening to?
Mad music drop.
A lot of music.
Singles, albums, tapes. Man.
I say I've been listening to I've been listening to that Money Man a lot. The epidemic shit.
That Money Man.
What a fitting title.
Right? He said I'm gonna start a pandemic just like Chinese.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
Nah, Money Man.
He said that in the song? Yeah. Start a pandemic like the Chinese.
Come on. I'm like, yo, he on some shit. I've been listening to him. I listen to
he definitely the best scam rapper out there.
Without a question.
But his sound is more, he doesn't just rap about scamming, you know. But everybody know that he was getting money through that before rapping.
This is my thing about him, bro. Like, I fuck with, like, they call it, it's not gangster rap, it's reality rap. Like, he talks about what the fuck he do. Like, he's a real ass nigga. Like, he, as far as with crypto, as far as with swiping, as far as with owning businesses, this man, like, he grow his own food. He got like a whole like pure water irrigation systems and shit like that. Like, this
he's
dude,
smart as hell.
He's one of like genius dude. Like, I was in one of his interviews, and he really don't do them. He was talking about
interview where?
I'm trying to forget.
Cause I never seen one.
He was just talking about like he just smoke weed and do his shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, like spiritual, all that. Like the dude was like, but he was like he smoked weed because like he could see spirits, so he smoked weed so he don't see spirits. Like wild shit, bro. Like wild. You would not think it listening to his music though.
What?
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like that shit. Like, okay, I want to hear what you got to say. Like, cause you have a whole like you talk about trap shit. Like, and you like got your spiritual side. Like, I want to know what you got to say, bro.
Yeah, I like Money Man. I've been listening to him for like a year and a half, I say.
Yeah, bro. Like,
and he got that tape with Pee Wee Longway that go crazy that came out over the summer.
Pee Wee.
Yeah.
That shit go hard.
My guy.
But bumping that, I've been bumping that new Jay Elect.
Jay Elect and Hov. Cause it's a collab album.
It
Definitely
is.
a collab album. That shit is crazy. Like,
And then the features, my bad for cutting you off, but the features, they didn't seem like, you know, your normal features. They seemed just like background, but they they listed them as features, like Travis, The Dream.
Very fitting.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because I was like, I don't know if we want to wait to go in on that, or like y'all want to talk about y'all joints first, but it's.
Oh no, yeah, we going with the.
Oh, we gonna go straight into it?
Going straight, man.
Yo, that Jay Electronica written testimony.
Yeah,
that shit is different.
Yeah,
like he sparked it off with Louis Farrakhan opening that shit up, talking about blacks in America, the chosen people, bro. And then just goes in and just drop bars.
Yeah. I like the start of that. It's definitely started off. It set the tone crazy.
Different. Like,
yo, and listening to this album for me, like, cause I'm reading, we all know I'm reading the Malcolm X autobiography right now. So reading that now, and then this album coming out where he's like heavy on his Nation of Islam shit, bro.
Yeah, probably hell.
That's wild. That's crazy.
Like, I was watching his live stream. He got RZA Islam at the joint, like one of the most like well known like Nation of Islam like leaders, like in his listening sessions and all this, like, bro, like it wasn't like, to me it wasn't an album, like he was making a statement, like he making a political statement, like it's not even like, it's beyond music at this point.
And then I was catching a lot of the lyrics and bars that he was saying, because like that terminology that they use and like how they carry themselves and what they're about is real fresh in my memory right now, because I'm reading the book. So a lot of shit I probably wouldn't have caught before, or some people didn't catch because, you know, it's not as fresh in their mind. I did.
What part of the book are you at?
I'm on page 320.
Like, what is he still like?
Nah. He's like we talking about Malcolm. He's in the Nation. He's currently starting to like become a public figure because Elijah Muhammad, you know, is wearing on him, giving all those speeches and doing all that shit. So Malcolm pretty much is taking that role now. That's what it's becoming, to where he's like the face of the nation.
I'm no lie, like Malcolm has been a big impact on my life. People like him. I said my freshman and sophomore year of college, I've been doing nothing but studying him and like Tupac. Like,
yeah, he's becoming a big impact on me too, bro. I rock with Malcolm heavy.
Yeah, that shit. And the ill part about it is just like he was getting to that point where he was just like, all right, I'm uniting everybody, and then that's like him not being able to fulfill that is just like interesting in the fact that it's just like the whole conspiracy.
Because they didn't want him to fulfill it.
Yeah, but it's like we in a time now where everything's so connected, we can keep it going. Like, you got people, you can make an album and get supported by Jay-Z like this, you know what I mean? Just pushing that envelope. Only to make people, younger kids, ask questions and like really push that message. You know what I mean? Like, he got a bar in there where he talked about like the Universal Soldier shit. Like, he making like
I like that one. That's one of my favorites.
Crazy,
I think my favorite is Ghost of Soulja Slim, bro. Started out the album with a second track. Yeah, I really like that, and the title, because I rock the Soulja Slim heavy. Yeah, bro.
What would you say? You said, so that's like your favorite. What's your favorite tracks?
Ghost of Soulja Slim, Universal Soldier.
Definitely.
And I'll probably say, those two, definitely.
For me, it would have to be Flux.
Yeah, I was about to say Flux because of the beat solely, though.
That
beat.
Flux Capacitor.
Especially at the end,
And then Universal. That would be my second. And my third, probably the second track. Cause that, just from the skit and that intro, and then coming into the second track, it blended in so well.
Scared me, bro.
Yeah,
so
it set the vibe.
Slim,
it set the vibe immediately.
Hell yeah.
You know,
like I definitely we all got like similar. Like, it was that the second joint, Universal Soldier. I like Fuck Capacitor. I like the Shiny Suit Theory joint too.
Yeah,
he was talking like, it was like story, like that storytelling is like him talking about Puff and shit.
That's one featuring The Dream, right?
Probably.
Right?
Probably.
He was talking about Puff?
Yeah, The Dream.
Yeah, he was just talking about how he was on like at the beach with Puff, and he was just telling him like are you, and Puff was asking him like, are you afraid of the limelight? Like, your peoples need you to You know what I mean? To get out there and drop some
Yeah, I think I do remember that. Yeah.
And he was just like, he was talking about that conversation he had. And like, to me, that's dope. Like, I want to know what you've been doing for these past 10 years.
Yeah,
he would drop it in there, like hints and shit. But it's just like,
bro,
he could really.
That's my only problem with the album, though. Not to cut you off, but like, this is your debut album. We haven't heard a project from you in 10 years, bro. I love the fact that it's him and Hov. I want to hear as much Hov as I can at all times, you know?
Same. Right.
So I have no problem with that. I love the album, like I said before, but just on terms of Jay Elect being gone for 10 years, bro, we want to hear more of you.
Yeah.
Like, it's 10 tracks, and all of them are feature Hov or another feature, so we really only getting a verse and the hook from you, or maybe 2 verses from you on each song. Yeah. He can't really tell that whole story of what he's been doing in the past 10 years, or why it's been a 10-year hiatus from dropping music and 1 verse on each song, bro. But that's my only problem with it.
I feel that.
And in fact, if people are considering this his debut album, this isn't his debut album, bro. This is him and Hov's debut album.
Watch it throw 2.5.
Basically, Watch it throw 2. I wouldn't be mad at that.
Because he did work with Madlib before this, right? Like, project-wise, Madlib.
Do another one, that shit.
Who else? It's somebody else that's lucrative.
Jay Just Blaze.
Just Blaze. Yeah.
See, my thing is like, I don't look at this shit as they calling it debut album. I don't look at that shit as an album though. Like, this nigga was making a political statement and shit. Like, y'all seen the shit with
So if you had to put it in a group or categorize it, what would you do?
He made a political statement.
That's not a category for music.
We living in some strange times.
Work of music, that's not a category of political statement.
What was Public Enemy? What was Public Enemy? Like, their first album, okay.
It was an album, you just said it.
But they made political statements in their shit. It was bigger than their album.
Classified as an album.
He's saying it's still classified.
And he called it a debut album.
Yo, and I'm looking at the production on here. He produced a couple of these joints too, Jay Elect.
I didn't know that.
You've been talking 10 years, you can learn a few things.
Yeah, he produced actually majority of the album.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's dope.
So out of 10 tracks.
So then you can't really call it his debut.
Yeah, after seeing this you can, because as far as the whole construction of the songs and the body of work.
He created the whole...
So out of 10, I think he produced 6 or 7. 1 is produced by No ID.
Alchemist.
1 is Alchemist, and the other is, what you said?
Spotty Swiss.
Yeah, I believe so. So 7 out of 10, Alright, I recant my statement.
Did y'all peep with him and Peter Rosenberg going back and forth?
No.
Yeah, I briefly caught it earlier.
Because he said he didn't like that they did a collab with.
He didn't like the bar he said where he was just like basically Jay Elect was like, the synagogue is saying might accuse and jail me. Like, basically it's just like, you know, Peter Rosenberg Jewish now.
Yeah.
So like he talking about he had an issue with it. Today now he's saying Jay Elect said that shit.
But wait, why did he have that issue with it? Yeah.
Because
Oh yeah, answer.
I mean, it's just like a lot of, it's like anytime anybody say something about anybody that's Jewish, they got like,
what was the line again?
You got because he tweeted it. Yeah, it was just like I want to like, but the part that Peter got offended with was like saying that the synagogue is saying my
Alright, so the bar is, my feet might fail me, my heart might ail me, the synagogues of Satan might accuse or jail me.
And basically, like in the Bible, it says that they would prefer that certain people as the synagogue of Satan.
Mm-hmm. Talk about Jewish people.
That's who it's lined up for. Mm-hmm. So basically, he starts off the album with Louis Farrakhan saying that black people in America are the Jews, the real Jews. Mm-hmm. So like Peter Rosenberg, now all of a sudden you got an issue with the Jay Elect.
Hold on, so that's the bar that he said 10 years ago?
Damn near. I've heard him say that forever. No, what was that shit? Some Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, some shit like it.
I thought that was a bar that he said on this recent album.
It wasn't this recent album though.
Oh wow.
But now but all of a sudden now you got an issue with it, right? You was just championing fucking Kendrick Lamar's Damn album. The whole album was based around his call it Damn, was talking about his uncle on the interlude was talking about blacks as the real Jews. But you was champion Kendrick.
Yeah, Kendrick's his guy.
Yeah, Kendrick is your dude.
Rosenberg guy.
Jay Elect is your dude until he dropped his new one where he's saying it blatantly. He's saying it blatantly. Now you got an issue. Stop playing with He said, Rosenberg, you know who I am.
Oh, that's what he said?
He said, you know who I am. He's like, and read what he said.
Yeah. I want to hear that.
It was just like, bro, it's like, yo, stop playing. You know what it is. Like, yo, time is up.
Alright, so Jay Elect said, we sat down in an interview before and talked about my stance in these matters and is there for anyone to go pull up. Were you offended? Then you quoted Better in Tune with the Infinite, which was released in 2014. So then he says again, so what hashtag or written testimony made you go back and listen to that and you were retro offended? If you have a problem with the term synagogue of Satan, don't take it up with me, take it up with the writers of the New Testament. Don't play with me, Peter. I ain't the one, and you know this. And you know it.
That's my bit.
And then he says, I come in peace and I go in peace. Let's keep it that way.
Come on.
Let's keep it that way, Peter.
I said what I said.
Now, Peter, he tweeted mad stuff, but I don't know if it came after that.
And that's my whole thing.
Oh, one last thing. And he said, and by the way, at Rosenberg Radio, which is Peter's Twitter, I'm assuming, if you really want to get into that, we are willing to hold a discussion in a public forum, put that in caps, of the synagogue of Satan and its meaning with any scholars of theology you would like to bring. Until then, shut the fuck up.
Come on.
In all caps at the end.
I'm looking now. It's Ebro jumped into it. Damn.
Because Ebro half Jewish too, though. So,
oh, is he?
Yeah, he black and Jewish. So I'm curious on what they're gonna do. But my thing is, it's like you can't pick and choose. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the thing is like if it go back to even what Kanye was saying. Like, if a black man say, "Oh, I'm a drug dealer, I'm a gangster, da da da, I shoot people, da da da." That's it's all good. It's all good and dandy. Until when I say, nah, the black people was the originators of mankind, civilization.
All right,
now what's the issue?
So look, he tweeted this. Rosenberg tweeted this. Apologies, I quoted the wrong song. When I googled Synagogue of Satan, I mistakenly assumed Jay only said it once. This is the second time. The line this time is, the Synagogue of Satan want me to hang by my collar. LOL, my bad. Song's dope. Besides that, cringe though.
What you mad about?
So it sounded like he kind of was retracting what he was saying, retracting his statements.
Yeah. He's still. Nonetheless, it don't. Jay Elect standing in this shit. He been standing in it. But he's saying like you wasn't offended when I said it then. You was saying I was one of the best rappers of all time.
He said I don't find the intro with the minister offensive actually.
Oh no, he didn't.
Yeah, bro, he's retracting his statements.
Yeah,
clearly.
Yeah.
Bro, I
said what I said.
That's my thing. I don't even really watch Hot 97 like that to begin with.
Same.
Real talk, what got me into watching Hot 97 was with when Scotty Beam was on that shit. Mm-hmm. Scotty Beam was on there and she had them pumping out stuff every single day on their YouTube, and I naturally started attracting them. I'm like, yo, this is dope. Da, 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 da. And I used to like to watch her because she was dope.
And when Scotty was on State of the Culture with Joe, that's when I was watching it. As soon as Scotty
stopped watching it, I stopped watching it. That's my word. Like, yo, shout out to Scotty Beam. Like, she a fucking real one. Shout out to Scotty Beam.
Scotty.
She fire.
But no, what other music y'all been listening to though, besides Jay Elect?
Definitely Uzi.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna say we can talk about some more stuff before Uzi because we know that's gonna be an extensive topic.
For sure.
Definitely Uzi. I listened to that new Kehlani single, Toxic. We talked about that earlier.
Same, yeah.
Kehlani's definitely been doing her thing with the singles, man.
Yeah.
I'm definitely assuming that she has something coming soon.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Because Toxic, what was the one before this?
The one that she did, the collab that she did with her and YG before the split.
Like
and then that was, after that was, she addressed that situation. I think it was on B-Day or something, or after B-Day.
And then she dropped her first single, I'm assuming, of this rollout, was You Know What's Up. And I still play that, bro. That You Know What's Up slap.
Yeah.
So Kehlani, Uzi.
My guy Don Toliver, man. Don Toliver.
He said
Dom Kennedy.
I think he dropped some shit.
Did he?
Did he?
I keep seeing his name pop up.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
Well, I know Don Toliver said in his Hot 97 interview that Dom Kennedy was the main person that influenced the music.
Really?
Word.
Yeah, that's tough.
You can't hear it though in the song.
Yeah, nah, but he was just saying like Dom Kennedy was like had his own drip.
That's dope. Yeah. Nah, that's fire.
Dom Kennedy's a legend, bro.
Yeah.
If you know, you know.
Yeah.
If you know, you know. Dom Kennedy's that guy.
OD.
Dion added up, had a song for him on the playlist. Platinum Chanel. That's that shit. But Don Toliver, man. That's your guy, Dave.
That's
Go ahead.
Guy. Man, him. I've been listening to him and who else? The guy to my right of me, his 2-pack.
Oh yeah.
His 2-pack. He dropped
So
2-pack,
rude,
boy.
So rude.
So rude.
So fucking rude.
So rude. P. Go listen to that. But going back to Don, man, this is his debut, like pretty much like critically acclaimed, project.
He said he liked his first one better.
I'm about to say Donnie Womack was such a tough one. I was just about to say it was such a tough one to like follow up with that I knew I was going to expect something different from that, a different vibe from that. But in seeing that he brought a different vibe, he still delivered in my eyes. Like I feel like
that shit hard.
Yeah, yo.
That shit hard.
It's tough. It's super tough to me.
Because you making that face.
Yeah, I already know. I'm waiting on him.
Like I said, I like the previous project better. Now I don't have a problem with this one at all, but the only thing is I listen to this one at work, so I still have to listen to it under the influence. Because I like to listen to projects a couple different ways. I like the one in the headphones, under the influence, in the whip, of course, and speakers. Then just on the speakers, like with the guys. Yeah, that's how I really like determine my overall assessment of a project. So I've only listened to his in one state.
I fuck with Don Toliver. Like I like his voice.
Yeah, me too.
The texture of his voice. So it's
but not to cut you off, he did have a good run on the album. Let me pull up the track list. Yeah, you can go ahead while I pull it up.
I'll say like I was expecting so much more. But I don't know if I hyped myself up too much to like for the podcast.
What was you expecting?
I was expecting banger after bang, like bangers. And it started off kind of slow. So I'm like, okay, let me see where you take
slow in what way though? Like in terms of like
just the beats itself, like the sound.
Oh, like the vibe of it.
Yeah, it was slower. So like it picked up like around like track 3. So I was like, okay.
I agree with that.
I was like, and
I do like track 2 though, because they got my girl Cash Page on there, Euphoria. And that's that Texas connection.
Yeah. So I'm listening to it, and it's like, I'm like, okay. I heard it, I was like, yo, this shit, it has its moments. I'm like, okay, this shit hard. But it's like, I feel like if I was like drunk or like high, it would be a completely different experience.
Yeah.
It's like, I drink, but like I don't smoke. So it's like, okay. I get like maybe you're targeting that audience, like okay, smokers, druggy, So it's like I want his, like I feel like his music could be so much more universal, and that's why I was just like I gotta listen to it a few more times. I ain't sit with it long enough personally.
Yeah, I listened to it one.
First time I listened to it, I was high as hell and I loved it.
I know that shit smacked like that shit.
And then I listened to it, sober, and I still liked it. So
yeah, I listened to it first 3 times in my sober state, and I rocked with it heavy right then and there. So I knew once when I was gonna be under the influence, I was gonna rock with it too. But I love Don Toliver just as an artist, and like I'm a fan of Don Toliver. So I guess I'm kind of biased with a lot of his stuff. Just because I feel like my ear for it, I don't know. I just rock with a lot of different music. And Cardigan, it's one of my favorite tracks.
Yeah, I like Cardigan.
Cardigan's hard. Obviously Wasted is stupid. After Party. Okay, I'll pull up at the after party. That shit's tough. Candy, Had Enough, obviously.
Yeah, Candy I think is my favorite.
Candy's tough.
And I'm looking here on Genius. Candy is like the least played one on here.
People sleep, bro.
And that's probably why that might be my favorite.
Wait, it shows you like least played.
Well, it shows like most views.
Yeah,
like say people search the lyrics for this song.
Yeah,
that's the most searched. Yeah, least searched song.
And then even the intro, Heaven or Hell. Yeah, I don't know. I rock with this project just for the theme that he brought with it. The theme that he brought for it, I feel like fits so perfect for what the vibe he wanted to set for it.
Yeah. And another thing I think that I noticed, as you said earlier, you said that you were expecting a different vibe, like for a switch up from him.
I knew like what he brought, I knew it was gonna be like different like this in this way.
Yeah.
Like as opposed from Donnie Womack.
Yeah, see, I was expecting Donnie Womack, but just upgraded, more enhanced version, you know?
Donnie Womack was already.
Yeah, but I was just saying as far as the overall quality, because now he's with like A-list producers and shit. Donnie Womack, when was that? In 2000?
That was before Cactus Jack.
Yeah, though.
Huh?
Who produced on his album? I don't think he with some A-listers yet.
Nah, he had some haters on there. I know he had
First track produced by Wonder Girl, A-list.
Yeah. That stuff.
Second track, Sonic Major and Mike Dean.
Yeah, Mike Dean was all over
A-list
this for sure.
Cardigan, Frank Dukes, and Sony Digital.
Yeah, I knew he had Sony Digital, he had niggas. He had niggas.
Yeah, track After Party, Nellz, Q Beats, and Sony Digital.
Oh, he had Q Beats,
Wasted, Casio. I should know how to pronounce that. I have a fucking accent on my Casio.
Wasted's top. Can't feel my legs.
I like it.
For the Night, Free Key, and Wonder Girl. Shouts out to Wonder Girl.
Yeah.
Candy, Cash Passion, and Wonder Girl. Company, Cash Passion, Wonder Girl, and Frank Dukes. Nah, this is A-list production, bro.
For sure.
You see a Jaden Lewis on there?
Who?
Jaden Lewis, I think. Okay.
Why you ask that?
Homie, I met a dude, producer in South Africa, who I seen him playing some Don Toliver shit. I don't know if he was like working on it or not. I don't know. It could be something he made that.
He could be under the written credits. I didn't look at those.
I don't think it would be written. I think it would be more like maybe one of the next thing they make the.
Heard you. So yeah, because I was expecting just a upgraded version of Donnie Womack, but he definitely did come with like a switch up.
Yeah.
So that is good for him in the landscape of things as an overall artist. But what I personally wanted, I didn't hear off the first listen.
Yeah.
But like I said, that run from Cardigan to Obviously Had Enough is tough. Honestly, from Cardigan to Spaceship, and I was telling Dion yesterday, I actually like the joint with Shaq, surprisingly. Not because of Shaq, I don't think, but not because of Shaq at all.
Right.
All because of Donnie.
Yo, random question. You know who Plain Jane is? Plain Jane from Fred?
Yeah.
Do you think he stole her flow on what's that shit called? Not Out West.
I haven't really listened to
Gang, like, but I've seen her clips on like.
He body Gang. You talking about Shaq West?
He be like, she he body, bro. That's her flow.
You think she invented that flow?
Bro, I ain't hear it before her.
Yeah, I haven't really listened to her. So
I ain't hear
only thing I've heard from her is when she's on
whose flow?
Wizard Kel shit.
Whose flow have you heard somebody use that flow though?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if she used that flow though.
But bro, I heard her use that flow, and that's just like.
Did she say this, or are you just pointing it out?
I'm pointing it out. I was gonna ask because I was gonna call Maro like, yo, like, what you think about Because she from the city, and he from the city. So I'm sure you know who buzzing them like, and her shit hard. Her shit is hard. So it's like for you to like. I made the connection.
I don't know.
She made it.
They didn't point it out, bro. I don't know about that.
Bro,
and you know me, I'm the last guy to be defending Shaq. I'm the last guy.
I don't know. I'm gonna hit up Maro. I'm gonna hit up Maro and ask him. Like, what you think about this, bro? Because that's, bro. I heard that her flow was unique, and like I ain't hear it until I heard him. I was like,
shit. But what else? All right, so to the Uzi.
Oh wait, which one call it too? Esco and Doughboy.
Yo, I've been telling boys about Doughboy, man.
Yeah.
Shout outs to Lil Mike. When I used to play Doughboy in when we was in Fred, when we was roommates, Mike used to always tell me to turn that shit off, bro. The old boy is tough. He's doing big things.
Oh, Mike, yo.
Shout out to
my
Mike.
guy.
But yeah, bro, the old boy Esco. What's some of your favorite joints on there? Did y'all listen to it?
I ain't listen to it.
Definitely Pop It, bro. Pop It.
Let me see.
The first track, because the first track is really 56 Bird, but that's the intro, DJ Esco's intro or whatever. And then Pop is the first track. That's tough. Going into Bankroll, Prime Time, Broken Promises, Share Mine, You Tried It, What You Talking About, Him For Real. But my favorites out of those, Pop It, You Tried It, Broken Promises, Prime Time, mentioning Deion. Deion Sanders, though, the GOAT.
Oh boy, D.O.E.
Yeah, D.O.E., yeah. The Project 56 Birds.
Add this shit right now.
Yeah, he has a previous project. I can't remember the name of it, but it's executive produced by Thug too. And that joint, that's actually better. Excuse me. That previous project is actually better than that one with Esco, in my opinion.
I gotta check that joint out for sure.
I can't remember the name.
Oh, you got that down in your head.
So Dion, it's your time to shine, man. Uzi. And you weren't here last week to talk about Turn or Take either, so we got Turn or Take.
EA.
And
Love versus the World too.
Love versus the World too.
Man, it's been a long time coming, man. It was like a birthday gift hearing that the album was coming out.
Right around.
Happy I heard a lot of the songs on part 2 because of the leaks. You know, I was listening to those, but I'm happy to finally.
Dion's a big leak guy for people out there. Big leak guy.
Hey, listen, man.
He might be leaking them.
Uzi, Cardi, Pierre.
Listen, I'm not leaking anything. Don't put that on me. But yeah, just happy. That shit is hard. The whole shit goes crazy.
Yeah, facts.
So yeah, man.
Yeah, I listened. When I started listening to it, it was like Baby Pluto. He set the tone from jump.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, he can go those. I was like, I see why everybody was like on the edge of their seats waiting for him to drop. Like his cult following is crazy. Mm-hmm. It's just I wish I could see
when
him
I was
tour.
listening to
Oh, bro, he puts on a show.
we seen him at Rolling Loud. Yeah.
Oh.
And he was performing old Uzi stuff too, bruh.
Oh man, Goldie.
Super Saiyan.
I'm my bad, but you had mentioned Colt. Speaking of Colt, didn't you say that there was with Eternal Take that it's like what? Explain that.
Yeah, he know explaining shit. You're struggling knowing damn well.
I knew it was something with a Colt, but I remember you explaining it to us.
It's just about like the Heaven's Gate cult. And like he mentions it on a song with Nav, like Marshall Applewhite was like the leader, and he was basically convinced all these people that aliens were coming around the time that a comet was happening, and so all these people like mass suicided themselves.
Oh shit!
And like left a video like, yeah, we're going on to the next planet type shit.
Crazy. They make it to the next planet.
But you hear during like the
The
album,
world
he
may
puts
never
like
know.
those skits like during the ends of each track, like have like little skits about.
But I don't think like listening to it, like the only mention of the cult really was just when he said, "I'm not Marshall Applewhite. I'm trying to phone home" on the song with Nav, and then Nav was talking about Jim Jones, cult leader. The song's called Leaders. That shit was dope.
Yeah, that's on part 2, right?
Yeah, that song
That shit was
Love versus the World
dope.
too.
That shit was dope.
Oh yeah.
But you know, just a different take as far as like your inspiration on making the album is pretty wavy.
Facts.
Yeah, I respect anybody who could like get on some creative shit just from life, like take life experiences and just like create some ill shit. Like, and that's I feel like that's one thing we need to appreciate as a culture. Like regardless if it's Jay Elect to Lil Uzi, you know what I'm saying? They coming from like different concepts, and they're expressing it in their own way. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like whether it's Nation of Islam, whether it's fucking some cult from, you know what I mean?
But that's why when people be like, "Oh, this isn't real," Jada Kiss album is like real hip hop. Lil Uzi's isn't. It's like you can't even compare them because they're both great.
Bro,
you know what I mean? They're both come from different places. different ages.
I did listen to Jada because last week you asked me. I didn't listen to. I did listen to it. Yeah, it's cool, and I like the fact because he had an interview on Everyday Struggle where he was talking about like the story behind the album because I believe his manager / like one of his best friends like passed. And so the features that he had on here was like all features that his manager really always wanted him to work with. So he had Pusha on there, 2 Chainz. He actually had Dej Loaf on there. She snapped and bodied that.
Dej.
And he had a feature with John Legend. So because I knew the story behind the album and everything, I kind of, I took it in a lot better because he had some like sing-songy stuff on there, R&B-ish stuff that like we wouldn't normally hear from a Jada, but I know why because it's something that his manager always wanted him to try and do. So yeah, I like the album.
I love hearing growth from people. It's like, yo, like take the risk. Like you established yourself now. Like you was ill when you was in your early 20s or whatever. Now you're growing. Hip hop is growing up. It's like don't be afraid to take that risk and try something different. You know what I mean? That's the only way you can push the culture forward. Is like if we keep doing the same shit, like nobody, like, and that's what makes people like Jay-Z great. Like he don't keep talking about selling drugs all the time. No, he started talking about shifting into buying art. He shifted into talking about ownership.
He knew to change that up early.
And it's just like,
Actually,
that's how you grow.
Before I forget again, because I wanted to ask this earlier, is Jay-Z in the Nation of Islam?
He studied like under like 5%ers and shit like that. Like he had the
I do remember hearing that.
The God 7 chain. Remember they made a big deal out of it.
Yeah.
Like that was like maybe 2-3 years ago. He studied like Jay-Z. This is the thing with Jay. He studied under like some of the most like prolific teachers of like our generation and shit. Like he studied under Dr. York. Like he was in the Wild End for a minute. Like with Jazz O. Like he came in the game. Jazz O was like a well-known like Wild End. Like,
the originator.
Yeah. So when he broke away from them, of course like Jazz O felt away because like he left something like in parallel with like the Nation of Islam and shit like that. Like it's like you stepping away from them to do rap, and on top of it, his content, which he was rapping about too, was kind of like they kind of like looked down upon that shit. But Jay-Z always had knowledge himself.
Facts.
With his lyrics, he would sprinkle it in there with the drug raps and shit like that. So Jay-Z always
you had to kind of weave through to find the knowledge. So that's what he's pushing off rip.
Yeah. So and like he knew all that shit about ownership and doing all that way back then. So it's not surprising to see him like be a part of an album like this. And I found it interesting that he didn't put his name. Like you might as well put your name on the album too because
I kind of like that he didn't. That's wavy.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that he. Well, I said what I said earlier.
Yeah. I feel like that was part of him like not attaching his name to like the whole political statement.
Nah, I think it was more so putting Jay Electronica more than White.
Yes. He didn't want to take up that light from
like, because he knew it's been so long since he came out, so it's like he don't want it to be Jay Electronica.
That's what I
He
believe
wants
too.
all the love.
But he wanted to be on all the tracks.
He wanted to talk his shit, of course. He's one of the best rappers ever. He's probably.
But I feel like so you saying you didn't want him on the tracks?
I'm saying he was afraid. I feel like he was afraid to put his name on it and say this is a Jay Electronica and
how it's
not. But if he's rapping on it, you know it's him on there.
But when you Google it, it's not a Jay-Z album. It's a Jay Electronica.
But through word of mouth, everybody's gonna know that it's a Jay-Z and Jay Elec album.
Like how we're talking about it now.
He put his stamp on it. Like I look at it like if any heat come from this, like with the political statement he made, it's gonna go on Jay Elec. He could say,
but I think Jay-Z will back it
out. He could be like, I think Jay-Z will back. I don't think it's gonna be a question of. I don't think he's gonna get backlash on it, and I don't think it would. Even if he got backlash, it would matter. But I think it's like I don't know. Jay-Z to me, Jay-Z does questionable stuff sometimes where it's like, okay, what's your people always question his motives and stuff like that. So it's like when you do stuff like this, it's like, yo, why can't you do this all the time? Like, cause you're making this ill political statement, but why can't Jay-Z himself make this political statement? If this is how you feel too, and this is what you align yourself with, it shouldn't be an issue for you to make this same political statement.
But here's my angle on it too. Like, you know how like each song they both have their own verses, right? Mm-hmm. What Jay-Z's saying is what Jay-Z's saying. That's what Jay-Z is putting out. What Jay Elect is saying is what Jay Elect is putting out. They're both on the same shit, but they're both two different men. So not everything Jay Elect is saying, Jay might agree with. You know what I mean? Jay's saying what he's saying on his verses.
Yeah,
that's true.
I get it, but it's like if somebody's shooting at my man's and I'm standing next to him, I feel like you're shooting at me because if you miss him, that shit could hit me. So you shooting at my man's, I'm coming at you crazy. If he's saying some wild shit and I'm standing next to him, it's like I'm saying, if I'm agreeing with some wild shit he's saying. If I agree with it, then okay, nigga, I'm saying that shit too.
I don't think he's gonna get backlash. I mean, I don't know. I don't know the specifics between the religion and all that. But
we'll see.
Yeah, you haven't listened to the album yet either.
Yeah, so I don't know, but
we gonna.
Yeah, that's one of the first things I thought. Like I say, like track 4, I'm like, hold on, Jay-Z I didn't know Jay-Z was in the Nation of Islam, and I was like, Nelson would probably know that, so I just asked shit on the pod.
Yeah, because Nation of Islam and the 5% is so like they like this, like Father Allah switch. He was Nation of Islam before he created the 5%. So the founding teachings is a lot of the same, but just the 5%.
You know where Lord Jamar is?
Yeah. They was just the 5% were more accepting of people doing whatever they needed to do, i.e. sell drugs, whatever, in order to and still be a God, like walking God, like black man is God, black woman is earth, like that situation. So that's just the basis of what they're doing. But my thing is just like Jay-Z has, to me, he hangs around those people that Jay Elect is like saying like Jay-Z around them niggas all the time. Like you shaking their hand, smiling with them.
Yeah, so that's what Dion was saying. If he doesn't necessarily agree, if they don't agree or have the same perspective on things, then that's why it's not, like he said, they're two different men, so they have two different verses. They're going to talk about two different things. So but he's not necessarily going to put his name with some shit and stamp if he's not agreeing with everything the person is saying on there.
Or a majority of what they're saying.
Yeah.
If you see David Duke, Klan's leader, standing next to Donald Trump, you going to attach it to, right?
But
they shake hands.
But that's because
you know what I mean?
We already kind of think certain things about Donald Trump that would just verify.
You think, and people think, Jay-Z, you thought Jay-Z was in the Nation
because of what he was saying.
Okay, and
through his words.
People think Donald Trump is racist because of things he says through his words.
Okay, so that means if he's standing next to a Klans member, then that would just kind of verify, since I already have that perception on him.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that means when Jay-Z is standing next to Jay Elect, I stand by ideologies of what you're saying. So every time you coming around these people you calling the synagogues of Satan, without words, I'm saying like.
So then why would Jay Electronica put Jay on there then?
My thing is why? Because they know it's the truth. It's the truth nonetheless.
But I'm saying, if what you're saying, like what you're saying, Jay-Z's around these people that Jay Elect is speaking out against. If that was so much the case, why would Jay Elect have Jay-Z on all these tracks?
It's. I feel like it's that time. It's that time. Truth gonna come out regardless. I'm not saying he's not telling the truth, but I'm saying But it's a very. I don't say risky, but it's a very unspoken truth that people refuse to acknowledge, and people like anytime you say anything against anybody Jewish is people gonna shut down on you, like people gonna press on you. Period. Like,
but bro, why do you think he still let Jay-Z on the album, bro?
Because they talk in private and they talk about the real. So Jay-Z, he didn't twist his arm to be on the album.
Yeah,
Jay-Z
facts.
was like, yo, I fuck with this.
Yeah.
I know what I want to say. I'm trying to word it the right way. Continue talking. I'll
but like I said, I have.
So is Jay-Z at fault? Because basically Jay-Z is only around these people because he's getting money with them, the Jewish. Mm-hmm. So you're faulting him for getting money with these people, becoming a billionaire. Not saying that they're the reason that he became a billionaire, but they played a part. Mm-hmm. But he's giving back to his people, and he's also empowering other black people and trying to get them to become billionaires too.
Like Jay Elect.
I'm saying, if you hurting people while you doing it, is it like?
But who is he hurting? Who's he hurting, bro? Who is he hurting?
Let's look at it.
Who's he hurting?
All right. You seen the video? You seen the video of Picasso Baby? You seen the video of Picasso Baby? He's in the art joint rapping, he's with this lady. He's rapping in her face, put his head to her head. Jewish lady. She be doing this stuff called quote unquote like spirit cooking, where they like literally like use different bloods and all different type of weird shit a part of their food. Like they're ingesting like other animals, and they say like people. And like it was a recent thing. The shit was going viral. It was like this dude that was in they were doing like some photo shoot in the woods type shit. And this lady, she's a celebrity cook. She does spirit cooking. And this black dude was in the picture. The black dude goes missing. Last known picture was him around this woman. When they found his body, he was missing organs. He was missing deformed, all of this shit. Last person he seen was this. And this lady's known for spirit, quote unquote, spirit cooking people, animals, all this weird shit.
But what is that?
These are the people you shaking hands. These are the people you shaking hands with. These are the people you cool with. These are the people you putting in your videos.
So
how many people you hurting in order for you to do a little bit of good?
So you're saying he put that lady in his video?
Yes.
The lady that was spirit cooking.
Yes.
The actual.
What was she doing?
Yes.
Like, what? She just had her in the video. Or was
Picasso baby it's a bunch of people around him. He's in a little square rapping, and he puts his forehead. She's in the circle with him. He's putting his head on her head.
Nah, I've never heard that, but that is wild.
I haven't seen it, so I've never seen it.
It's little stuff like that. It's little stuff like that. It's like
it's been stuff with him.
Who you shaking? Like who you really shaking hands with? Who you breaking bread with?
Bro, even going back to even from the beginning on how you heard the Hove in general, Jehovah, like that was like a whole thing behind that when people start calling him Hove. Like people always questioned his spirituality and if he was into all that satanic bullshit and whatnot. And I think people kind of like they don't. I need to think.
I don't think that's the case. It's just like you shake. My thing is like you shake hands with a lot of.
I'm saying in terms of having that lady in the video. I'm saying people look into his spirituality pretty heavily, and they judge that and whatever he does with that. And he might not be intending to put that message across because he doesn't support that in that way. But like you said, she cooks things. Maybe he had her in there because he's chefing up some fire lyrics. You know what I mean? Like, let me put this cook in there who's actually cooking up some culture. You know what I mean? Let me cook up the culture or something. I don't know. I'm just saying. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, we can't just outright just say like, oh yeah, he knows. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's every artist. I'm saying every artist though. We both, all of us know in here that artists, they deliver things in different ways. Every artist is different, and their intentions behind doing certain things is they put across, you know, their information in a different way. Or whatever content they want to put out, they want to do it in a wavy way, but be different. You know what I mean? Like
it's worth looking into.
Yeah. So I don't know.
It's definitely something to think about.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like, yeah, Jay-Z do a lot of good stuff, but it's like, my thing is like, you don't do good stuff to weigh out your bad. You do good stuff because that's in your heart and that's what you want to do.
But I don't know enough evidence of bad that he's done. You know what I mean? Like if it was set in
how much coke he sold.
I mean, yeah, but that's all these rappers, right? If you listen to them,
talk about it. Not a lot of them do it.
Right, but the ones that are telling the truth, you can say about them. So you can't put just on Jay-Z for selling coke. I'm just saying, like,
he definitely not the only one.
Like, I don't know enough. I haven't heard enough instances of him doing dirty where I would overall be like, he's a shady dude that's just trying to work to outwork the bad he's done. Like, I don't know much about bad he's done.
Right. Besides,
I have definitely heard some things. Majority from Dan. I was about to say majority from Dan. I was about to say, but I don't know them personally.
Yeah,
I don't know
we weren't there.
Situation personally, so I can't.
Big still a part of Rock Nation.
Yeah. I mean, him and Jay still do business together though.
It's still cool.
They still do business together.
But that's what I'm saying. We weren't in the room,
because
so we don't know.
Jay and Beyonce are the ones that recommended Biggs to start managing St. John.
Yeah. Because here's the thing. If we're not in the rooms with these meetings, we don't know who got there.
If it's material information that's coming to us that's not clear cut, like the Beyonce, Solange shit, like that whole thing, that was in our faces, that was clear as day. But this other shit that, you know, stories, you can't really believe every single thing, yo. Everybody kind of puts his narrative.
You heard his lyric on the second track of Jay Electronica shit? I want to say the second track, the second or third track. He said something.
I didn't listen to the Jay Electronica.
I ain't sold my soul, they sold their souls to me. You heard his vibe when he said that?
Nah, I didn't.
I haven't listened to it that much to remember.
But yeah,
what about it though?
Because I just be some rap shit.
It could have been some rap shit, but it's like you one of these high profile dudes where it's like people signing their contracts like all the time. My thing is just like they tried to say it was like he was talking about the NFL. They was trying to say talking about the NFL people but it was on a different song, and I was kind of like, to me that shit stood out. Like that shit it's like you ain't sold your soul, they sold something. Like, so you out here buying soul. Like, to me it's that shit that. It's weird. It's weird to me. It's not I'm not. That shit don't like just that's whatever. Like nah. That's kind of weird to me because like.
Hold on, you're honest. I feel like you just looking at it weird because of how big of a figure Jay-Z is, though. Like I feel like if
could be. It's worth
maybe I feel like if Lil Pump said that, well, you wouldn't be listening to Lil Pump anyway. But I feel like if Lil Pump said that, you wouldn't look at it as anything.
Lil Pump don't got the power to be about that. You know,
I mean, maybe amongst certain youth he could. He started him a label. He just signed him to bullshit contracts, get some bread.
But how much real like impact and influence wise? Everybody fuck with Jay-Z. Everybody signed to Jay-Z.
Yeah, as far as alright, so we go. So Rock Nation, what part do you think they play in Uzi being able to release these projects?
Probably everything.
Probably back to back too.
Yeah, for sure.
And he's probably about to go number one back to back.
Without a doubt. I already moved like 350 units?
Yeah, 325.
You know that's what I'm saying. Do you know how old some of those? I've heard some of part 2 like over a year and a half ago.
Yeah, you did.
So that's what I'm saying. He was locked.
So
down.
which part do you like? Eternal Take better or Uzi versus the World Part 2?
Mm-hmm.
What I like better? I mean, part 2 is just because every song I was just like, finally, you know what I mean, more happy, like I heard it. But I fuck with both, but I think part 2 has just more of the shit that I was waiting on.
Yeah.
So, I fuck with both.
I think I like part 2 better, but not because of that reason. Part 1, I really like part 1 because like I told y'all before, Uzi, I love when Uzi raps because he can rap. Like, he has good flow. He can give you some bars like Uzi can rap. That's when I first got into Uzi and I was introduced to him, he was rapping on Lover's Rage Part 1. He was rapping.
Yeah.
So I wanted him to rap, but not the whole album, you know? Mm-hmm. So out of, what was the first one? 18 tracks? 16?
18 with 2
bonus
tracks.
Yeah, so majority of the album he was rapping. Which, and I mean, I didn't have a problem with, but I do like him to switch it up. On part 2, I feel like he switched it up a lot more. Like, he gave us some rapping, he got the melodic stuff, he got features.
Because the part 1 of, my bad to cut you off, but part 1 from Uzi versus the World was like, you know, Grab the Will, Money
Q's.
Longer, P's and Q's. Just hitters.
Yeah, so part 2, I feel like it was just a more complete project.
Mm-hmm.
Because he had the features, he got the melodic stuff, he got the rapping.
Facts. I wanted to ask you, it was like, how do you feel about Don Cannon and his relationship, like, kind of like going how it went? Do you feel like, because I don't know, listening to both, I missed like the Don Cannon, you know what I mean? Don Cannon.
Yeah,
Uzi,
I mean, I don't know. I wasn't in the room with them, so I don't know like where their rift or whatever happened with them. But yeah, the OG.
Just from I'm saying from creation wise.
I mean, if they was holding his album back, then it's just like, that's trash.
Yeah.
If they really was holding the album back, like how he says, that shit is trash because he had some heat on there.
Yeah. They did make great music together though, for sure.
Them contracts would do you in.
Yeah.
Gotta know who you signing to.
Facts.
And my guy Pierre had most of the producing credits on a lot of the bangers on that shit too.
Where I'm about to look at him.
Pierre.
So do you solely just like part 2 better because of the fact that it had the songs you were looking forward to and you already heard before?
Like part 1 is really growing on me too. I really fuck with part 1.
Mm-hmm.
But part 2 is just kind of like, I don't know, it just hits a little bit different. Because it's what I was expecting Eternal Take to be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Pierre produced a lot on her.
Huh?
Pierre produced a lot on her.
Oh, yeah.
Versus the World.
Don Cannon actually is got production credits on one of these songs.
Oh, where was
one of them? Which one?
Lotus.
Oh, yeah, because that's an old one. Lotus is super old. That leaked a while ago.
I really miss their collabs, yo. I really do. Their energy together. I don't know. The vibe that they brought together was just different. If you just think back at all the previous tapes, like even the first Uzi versus the World, those tracks we listed.
Yo, and what I told Dion, because like I like majority of the features on here, bro. But y'all know, if you look at the track list, you know what feature I was looking forward to the most, right?
Chief Keef? The Kobe?
Nah, well, I heard that one before.
Oh, Dirk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I wasn't disappointed, but I just expected so much more from that song, bro.
Same.
Maybe they'll have some shit on Dirk's album.
Because when Dirk goes no auto, well, he's about to drop a project with Metro, entirely produced by Metro, no auto tune. So whenever Dirk does a no auto track, bro, he snaps. And he didn't snap on his Uzi track.
I feel
like his verse was cool.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
It wasn't what I was looking forward to.
I feel that. 100%.
So what would y'all say some of your favorite tracks are on part 2?
Versus the World, I'd say the first one, Myron's dope. Bean, Kobe, the track with Chief Keef.
Yes, sir. And he changed that song around too from the lead.
Yeah.
It being a lot harder.
Yes. What's up?
And he changed his verse on Myron.
Did he?
What verse?
Because on the second verse, on the second verse, it's like, hot grease, bitch, I'm popping, balling on them niggas like I'm Thompson. Like when the beat hit, he took that out and he changed it.
That would have been hard.
But I mean, it's still fire.
Yeah.
Damn, I was expecting that old shit. But
yeah, what's up?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
Leaders, you had mentioned that's one of my favorites.
Yeah,
Leaders featuring Nav, my guy.
That boy Nav went crazy.
Yeah. What about you, Don? What's your favorite out there?
Definitely Bean, aka Kobe.
Yeah, R.I.P.
With my guy Chief, of course. What's up? Definitely with the Go Future. Big Pluto. I like Moon Relate.
Facts.
Moon Relate's tough.
That's us, bro.
Yeah.
Black shit boys.
So, and Trap This Way.
Yeah.
Trap This Way. Money Spread with Nudie. I like the joint with that
Sersky.
Sersky too. I forgot about that.
21.
Yeah, 21 been snapping on features.
Yes.
He snapped on Her's project too, by any means. Nelson, you listen to it?
This part 2?
Yeah.
I ain't listened to none of part 2, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I just been listening to Money Man. I was listening to Money Man.
Money Man all day and night.
No lie. I was listening to Money Man and listening to Jay Electronica.
Trying to see some spirits, bro.
Shit.
You gotta get that dope in your system first.
Nah, you gotta get some dope to stop on, you know what I mean?
Yo.
You gotta get the dope in your system.
My God.
But part 1, favorite tracks. Dion, Eternal Take.
Yay.
Part 1. Alright, my favorite tracks are Low Main. How many I could pick?
Top 5.
Alright, Low Main. I got Chrome Heart Tags. I got
Produced by Chief.
I got Bust Me. I got Prices. I got Venetia.
I think I have 4 out of those. I have Low Main, Chrome Heart Tags, Bust Me, Low Main, Prices, and probably Baby Pluto. Kick the album off.
Yeah, the intro.
Set the tone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine's would definitely have to be Lil Main, Pop, Chrome Heart Tags, Bust Me, Homecoming.
Once you get that money, then you are never ugly.
Homecoming's tough.
That's a fact.
Nah, that definitely is a fact.
Yeah.
You heard Eternal Take the first part, right, Nelson?
Mm-hmm.
So what's your favorite joints on there?
The first joints is like, was Bussin', Bust Me. Baby Pluto my favorite. I say Low Main.
Yeah, Low Main. He started the album off crazy.
Yeah.
Baby Pluto, Low Main, Silly Watch, Pop.
Yeah, Silly Watch.
Yeah. See, he was rapping crazy. Those 4 breath, he'd have just switched it up to the melody for a couple tracks, then got back to the rap. Then,
Yeah.
I mean, we would have been working with something, but it was definitely tough either way.
Yeah.
But nah, Uzi, I don't know, man. He definitely set the tone for the year. Like,
King of the Lils.
as far as the heavy hitters we were talking about dropping, like he's the first one to really make noise. If you want to, it depends on who you would consider heavy hitters personally, though.
Bro, he's there.
Yeah, he's tier 2. He's tier 2.
With the numbers, wow, let me see the numbers he put up.
Yeah, with his numbers, he gonna be tier 1.
Bro, he put up damn near just as much as Damn did first week.
Yeah, I think
he's doing trap numbers.
This definitely put him up tier 1
Bro,
for sure.
My tier 1 is different though.
Who's your tier 1?
What? J. Cole.
J. Kendrick Cole.
Bro, I'm telling.
That's my tier 1.
No, I'm telling like number wise.
Yeah, I thought you meant like straight.
He's gonna be like flirting with the numbers.
For sure.
The numbers that they do.
He's gonna be like Drake numbers.
So far this year, has any of the people you consider heavy hitters, have they dropped? Because Uzi definitely is a heavy hitter to me. Pause. For the rest of the time I say heavy hitters, it's pause.
Nah, I don't want to say anybody else dropped.
Nah,
Would you consider Janae one?
Rap, I'll say that. Like Janae, I mean, if you include Janae, but even like her numbers not gonna do streaming numbers not gonna do crazy. Like,
Yeah, but just as far as the music, like the project
music
people
and
were.
impact-wise, she's stopped.
So yeah, we go Uzi, Janae.
Yeah. I thought in terms of rapping, just Uzi so far, but as a collective, Janae.
Nobody else is put up project.
Party and Weekend's up next, man. I cannot wait for that.
That's
gonna
be crazy.
Yo, the Weekend, his shit's about to be.
It's about to be nuts, bro.
After hours, it's about to be stupid.
I'm praying that people don't like not drop music because they can't really tour. The tours is getting canceled and shit.
Yeah.
Shoot, Party probably don't want to tour anyway.
Yeah, and I'm just praying people don't like
Party all about the music.
not drop music, bro. Like, cause people need that shit. Now more than ever.
Yeah.
Might be in a house bored as hell, my nigga. Without that heat.
Yeah, please.
Not playing.
So next week is the Weekend.
No, Weekend's not.
Definitely.
27th is
His is not for a while.
Party's the 27th, I thought.
The Weekend doesn't come out until April 13th.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Somebody comes out next week.
somebody do come out. I know what you're talking
Somebody
about.
definitely comes out next week.
Party's the 27th.
Party's the 27th.
We know that.
Thundercat?
Oh, Thundercat, my guy.
Thundercat might be dropping.
Facts. I don't know if it's next week though.
Thunder.
Yo, bro, there's somebody.
Yeah, I mean, we gonna see it. It's because it's like it's too many.
Yeah.
It's no way people don't miss that shit.
Nah.
Shit, did y'all?
Get in that bag. This is again.
I want to see Stephon Marbury about to drop a documentary. I know we ain't a sports podcast, but
Oh yeah.
about to drop a documentary that's gonna be crazy.
About himself?
Yeah.
I met him.
You met him?
That's cool.
Stephon Marbury?
Yeah.
When Starberry's in the mall, he had a shoe signing, and me and my mom went.
At Stephen Barry's?
Yeah. He looked
Yo, I never had a pair of those.
I did. I had flavors. I had
Yo,
flavors.
because everybody, mad people had them and everybody had them. I was like, nah, I'm cool.
I had flavors.
I feel you. But I rocked with Marbury heavy. And I rocked with the Knicks back then heavy too.
Yeah, Marbury was a baller.
Yeah.
I was
Oh, so you a team hopper like your boy over
Nah.
there?
I'm not a team hopper.
I'm not a team hopper. I never was like, oh my god, I'm a diehard fan. This man one day is a diehard.
He said
I'm a diehard Warrior fan.
This guy's just mad the Cavs aren't winning anything until after 2032.
Whatever. 2032.
Y'all listen to Rich the Kid album?
Nah.
He's been playing it nonstop. Every day.
I'm not playing it.
Nah, I didn't listen to it though.
Nah.
I never was really like a fan.
Like I looked at it, I only listened to the songs on his albums with Jay Critch, and he has no songs with Jay Critch, so I won't be playing any songs.
Yo, Nelson, I heard you've been playing that JB, that Justin Bieber nonstop. Who?
That Jay Balvin?
Right?
Jay Balvin.
That Jay Balvin?
Yo, it's some shit on that Justin Bieber.
Nah, Bad Bunny drops.
He did.
I didn't listen to it yet.
Came out of nowhere. Yeah, no, it definitely is.
There's some shit on the Justin Bieber.
Hell yeah. I've been staying with
I
that.
seen him trying to sing at Kanye Sunday service.
Oh yeah.
Trying to win back.
Wait, he was singing that?
Yeah.
No.
No water. him.
Man, he giving praise, man. He giving praise.
I don't really care about
You
that.
can't judge that. You can't be judging that.
You can't judge
For
that.
real.
I can
look at you
I can judge that when you've never stepped foot in a church and your album doing that.
What you mean? Yes, he has. He stepped foot in the church. What are you talking about? You don't live
I don't be watching it. I ain't gonna lie.
You reached on that one.
Alright, yo, Benny dropped the single. We all heard that, right?
Did I,
Benny?
right?
Yes, sir.
Go crazy.
Produced by 808 Mafia.
808.
Fused from 808 Mafia.
That's a fact.
Shouts out the Buffalo Kids. The Buffalo Kids with Ye. In Wyoming.
They killed that shit in LA too.
I love that he keeps pushing out that Scarface theme too. Like you know that. That's my
That's his shit.
favorite movie by far. One of my favorite movies.
Really?
Yeah, one
I
of my
really
favorite
care for
movies.
it.
That's
I mean, I like it, but it's not.
Let's move on.
It was too long.
Too long. Man, back then they had to make movies like that because that had to give you the whole scope.
No, but I feel like they dragged it out a little bit to me.
they do it.
I don't know. Maybe because I watched it with somebody else, I couldn't really get into it.
Yeah, you need to watch it.
You watching with a chick?
Yeah.
Yeah, you wasn't paying attention. Get out of here.
I really was. I think I was really trying.
You know she wasn't gonna let you watch the movie.
Anyways,
Let's move on. Let's go on.
my boy Currency dropped.
What,
That boy's
drop the
fucking-
album?
Yeah, with some other guy, Fendi P.
I didn't even
But
know
I think
that.
that's his artist. Yeah.
I didn't know that at all.
Oh, yo, and I did want to say this one last thing. We can wrap it up after this. So we all know that I wasn't a big fan of P3, Party's Project
Oh,
P3.
well, at first, right?
Yeah, at first.
Right.
So I listened to it this past week, and bruh, that joint slapped, man.
Yes.
I told you, bruh.
That joint slapped.
I've been told you that.
Nah, but you said at first you didn't care for it either.
Yeah, but it grew on me. I had
Yeah,
to
it
keep listening
definitely.
to it.
It got some bangers on there. Because when I first heard it, like years back, I was not feeling it. But
He
yeah.
was coming with like the first two, and then even the projects, the tapes that he was dropping in between those, he was coming with the type of energy that we just wanted. We wanted.
This thing though, P3 was the first Party project I listened to.
What? That's wild. See,
I had only listened to singles and like Lucy's and stuff before. I had never listened to like a full body of work.
So when did you listen to P2?
He definitely like P3 then. That was the first thing that you listened to? Nah, hell
Like
nah.
3 years ago, maybe.
Okay, that makes sense on why you didn't like
Yeah, I just listened to P2 and all that like 3 years ago. But nah, man. Episode 16, No Label the Pod. Boys, got anything else y'all want to say?
it. Man, stay in high
birthday to
spirits,
me,
man.
man.
Happy birthday. Happy 27.
Happy birthday to the young boy, man.
King Nell.
My little homie since tech.
Don't make me post the pictures. Don't make me. I'll post the pictures today.
I'll post the pictures too. I'll repost them.
you was right here. I'm like, my nigga.
Don did get a crazy, just
Yeah, boy.
sprouted. Yo.
I was the young boy on the team, for
That's
real,
a
for real.
fact. That's a fact. Oh,
How tall were you senior year of high school?
Like 5'10".
Yeah, that's insane.
Nah, but like,
when I graduated,
he's a couple years
he was
older
like
than me.
5'4".
Yeah, he's a couple years older than me.
That's
So when I was a sophomore in varsity,
Nigga was
I was like 5'4".
Damn. Yeah, that's
Facts.
insane, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So anything, you know what I mean? Shout out to everybody, all the listeners, you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Word fact.
Facts.
Shout out to anybody who, you know what I mean? If you get stuck in the house, you're stuck in quarantine, you know what I mean? We hope you rocking with the podcast.
Yeah, see, I consciously made sure this episode was a little bit longer, because now I mean everybody gonna be in the crib.
We ain't got shit else to do.
Check out the whole discography, man.
And listen,
And check out the playlist we're gonna drop too.
Definitely Monday.
All women,
Yo,
right?
so
For
it's-
this month?
So since it's 2 weeks left, we're gonna do one hip hop, one R&B for the women.
Okay.
So y'all wanna do R&B or hip hop first?
I'm down to do hip hop first.
Hip hop first.
Yeah.
Close it out with the R&B.
Yeah.
Bet.
Hell yeah.
All right, man. You got anything you want to say, Price Vaughn?
Man, hey, if y'all sneezing, you better cover your mouth like this,
Yeah.
not like this. Coughing too, you know what I mean?
and wash your hands.
Wash your hands thoroughly.
Animals.
Right.
And hey, listen.
And instead of buying all that damn toilet paper, get you some vitamins. Get some vitamins.
Yeah, why are people acting like the coronavirus is gonna make you shit more?
Yeah.
Yo, that
It's the
when
it's
I
the
was
lockdown.
when I was literally seeing that, I couldn't like find the correlation between overloading on toilet paper, and then somebody tweeted it, and I was like, I thought I was the only person that was thinking that. I thought I was bugging.
It's because of they're in fear of like the U.S. going in lockdown or whatnot. Like,
Bro,
if that happens, then you can't get shit.
This shit might get bad.
I hope it does. I hope it doesn't. I hope it doesn't.
Hey, and that Uber driver me and Dion had last night. License plate number at H.
Hey buddy, if I get coronavirus from last night, I know your fucking history.
Exactly. We definitely gonna go in the Uber app and contact you personally.
If y'all get the Roni, y'all gonna have to wear like hazmat suits while we in this bitch. It ain't stopping
Buddy, that was yesterday. You guys are right with us.
Hey,
that's crazy.
Yeah, that's wild. I didn't slap either of you up. I didn't snap either of you up, so I'm good. Crazy.
We gonna come together, boys.
Yeah, it's about to be the Roni time.
The Roni cast. Nah, that's not funny.
Hell no. Yo, they're gonna be like, yo, these guys are assholes making jokes.
Nah, but seriously though, everybody stay safe out there, man.
Stay safe.
For real.
Wash your hands.
Right. Take your vitamins.
And I mean, if you feeling any symptoms, I'm sure everybody knows the symptoms by now.
Yeah.
Please go get checked out so you don't spread it to anybody else.
Don't be a Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, don't be.
Yo, I was thinking that, but I'm like, I ain't gonna say
Don't
it.
be a dick.
Don't be an asshole.
Yeah, definitely prayers to everybody that has it or is in a environment where it's a high possibility that they can catch it. Mm-hmm. And definitely shouts out to the listeners, man. Keep subscribing, liking, following the page on YouTube. And everybody just stay safe, man. No label the pod. We out.
Peace.
She watching me like a nigga is cable. I'll be on no label, but my clothes be all labels. Don't call my phone if you ain't talking about the paper. Told her I would call her later, never called her later.